This is your first New York Comic Con. How you feeling?
It's not my first.
Oh, not your first.
No.
Okay, so how are you feeling being here now?
It's great. It's great to be back.
Anything you've noticed so far while you've been here?
Just what I noticed is it's like we got here around 11-ish. Feels like there were 100,000 people here already, like downstairs. So it's enormous. It's huge. You're like, what time did people have to get here this morning that it's already like this?
You know, when I started covering Comic-Con 10 years ago, the busiest days are usually Saturday or sometimes Sunday.
Right.
Now every day is busy.
It's crazy. And actually, I was here a couple of years ago for Castlevania, and I think it's busier still. Like now. I mean, we're in the Javits Center, which is enormous, but it needs to be enormous to accommodate all of the people.
Now, let's talk about the show real quick, because I've seen the episodes. I love not only the look of the show, but also the direction and everything that happened in Season 3. So how did you approach this upcoming season for fans that's waiting to see?
I'm waiting. It's this Season 5 we're talking about?
Season 5.
Okay. There's quite a departure from the books. So that's like something you've got to take on board, because, like, you read the story, and then for television the story has changed, and that's a lot of things. That's like, so if people read the books, which people have, then when they're watching the show they can't necessarily tell what's going to happen next, then rather they're just like on top of it. How did I approach it?
Sorry if I had to stump you.
No, it's more like, you get the whole arc before you begin. So I knew, that my character would be making some more mistakes, and so it's how you make that stuff real. And I suppose what it was realizing is like, hey, if you're going to be making this many mistakes, then at least you could be entertaining while you're making the mistakes. Not necessarily for yourself, but for the audience, if you see what I mean. I think that's part of it.
Let me also add to that. Did you really had to really challenge yourself to not only make these scenes believable, but to also bring out the best in you?
There's something really special about the set. All the people have worked together for around 4 or 5 years. It's really quite English, and that means, in that sense of, or British, it's quite softly spoken. Everybody, hey, listen, this is what we're going to... It's no big shouting guy somewhere. This allows everybody to come together, and... I'm just trying to think. It's in a real sense, to be honest, it's not challenging, because you're supported by some of the most phenomenal writing by Will Smith I've ever read. Actually, the challenge is you want to do it again and again. You have so much fun doing it. They're like, we've done it, we're finished, that's great. And you're like, can we do that again? Because this stuff is actually written. It's like, I think most of us would say, if we could be in a play of Slow Horses, whereby I'm saying these lines like every night, for like, because there's so many ways to say them. So, I don't know. I imagine for the crew, you see, the crew's there every day, from early before I arrive, and late after I've gone. And I'm like only working so many days. The crew's there every day for 6 months, and these are the people who, I don't know, they buoy you up, they support you. I think that if people weren't so kind and supportive, this stuff would be more challenging to do. But it really feels like it's like airbags everywhere. You know, it's like if you go into something, you're not gonna. Somebody's got your back, and all of these people together. There's that phrase: "Many hands make light work," and it really feels like you're part of this team, and that's I imagine way more challenging for directors, writers, cinematographers, but for actors in it, it's a bit of a joy, to be quite honest.
And my final one for you: did you want to take anything home from the set? What would it be?
I did, actually. I took some stuff that's like MI5, top secret, with my name on it and stuff. I intend to write some letters to some people with the unofficial MI5 stationery. That was kind of fun.
Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Thank you very much.
The show meaning New York Comic Con.
Thank you, man.
Is this your first ever New York Comic Con?
This is my first ever New York Comic Con. I have done Doctor Who conventions before when I was young and did Doctor Who.
Oh, really? So what's the difference that you noticed so far?
I can't really answer that because I haven't actually been upstairs to see anything. I've just been in rooms, give interviews like these. I don't know, I'm very excited. I mean, and also the scale of this place, the sheer number of people come to see these things is really, I mean, that's like maybe terrifying.
Trust me, you're going to see a lot of stuff down there eventually when you go there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, it's all right. There's a crowd.
Now, you was just here for the... Sorry, I thought someone just walked in. All right. Just here for the panel, and you speaking with the press and everything. So how are you feeling with the shows, especially since a lot of people are going to see this upcoming season for the first time, and you guys did a lot of work on it?
Yeah, I mean, I love this show. I mean, it's just, I did season 3 and I came back for season 5 because I just think it's one of the best shows. I just think the cast and the crew are unbelievable, and I just think the tone we've found with it is just fun. I think people respond to it. It's really good fun to make. I'm proud of it.
How does it compare to other TV shows and movies you've done in the past?
Yeah, I mean, this is a sort of bigger production. It's quite an expensive show. The director does the whole season. So in typical television, the director comes in, does a little bit of prep, shoots as quickly as possible, and then leaves, Whereas this, I prep for a few months. We shoot for 100 to 110 days. We edit for nearly a year. So it's done like a film. So in a way, there's a lot more stuff you could put into it than on typical television. I think it shows. I mean, I think the amount of thinking we do about it, the amount of development we do and everything is not normal. But that's if you have the choice, that's how to make television. Usually you don't have the choice. Typically television is much faster, lower budget. You just get away with things. We never do a day where we kind of think, we just managed. We always we shot, this is what we wanted,
Are there any upcoming scenes from this upcoming season that you're really looking forward to people seeing?
Yeah, there's a sequence in episode 5 which is sort of done to music, and it's a sort of classic big British, big London location. And it's got scale, it's got music, it's got movement, and I think it's something slightly different from the kind of things you've seen in this show before. It's sort of an action sequence, but it's not a violent action sequence. It's just a beautiful bit of editing. Second half of season 5, I think it's amazing. Second half of episode 5, I think it's amazing. Episode 6, I just enjoy in general because there's so many things which I think in the script tie the whole season together so well. It's not difficult to follow, but when you get to the end and you work your way back through the story, it's really complicated, really intricate, really well thought out. I mean, between Mick Herron's original novel and Will's adaptations, it's really clever stuff. And of course, everyone knows when you're directing or making something, it's the script that counts.
When I watch this show and when I watch other shows like The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, which also was in London for a bit, in Paris, yeah. I realize you guys do a lot to show not only the scale of the place, but also the culture. So how important was that for you to be part of it?
I think London is a real character in Slow Horse. I think it's very important. But again, it's in the books, and the tone of London seeps through it all. London is like a sort of amazing big city, but it's also a bit chaotic, a bit dirty, a bit sort of, some of it's very flashy and new, some of it's very run down. Yeah. It's got this whole. So I think London is deeply integrated into the show, and also just British attitudes about things. And again, we in some ways on the crew we instinctively understand a lot of that stuff. But the sheer griminess of London, we go for it. have to, and it's a peculiar thing, which is if you want to make something look grubby and gritty like we do, it's not like you just turn the camera on it. You actually have to work at it. It's a sort of, paradoxically, it's quite hard to do. And of course, we do that television thing of, on one hand, we make it look very real, and the other hand, it's also glamorized at the same time. But that's because you want to make it real, but you want to also make it visually attractive. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. This is your first New York Comic Con.
It is indeed, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my first Comic Con, so.
Your first Comic Con ever?
Yeah.
So what's the most interesting thing you've seen so far?
Just lots of people dressed up in some really fantastic outfits queuing outside. It was brilliant.
I've spoken to a few people earlier today. They parked out there, they camped for at least 10 hours before going in.
Wow. Well, you can tell, and it looks like people have put a lot of effort into their outfits and what they're wearing.
Now, this upcoming season, a lot of people are going to be looking forward to seeing it, and I could tell because you guys got a panel today. So what really stands out for you for this upcoming season?
Well, look, I was a huge fan of Slow Horses before joining it, and I've just joined for this season. And yeah, I mean, I'm biased, but I think it's the best season yet. I think it's, oddly, a lot of the subject matter does feel very relevant to everything that's kind of going on in the UK and the US sort of politically. And yeah, I mean, the storytelling, Will Smith's scripts are phenomenal. Saul's direction's incredible. It's great that Chris playing Roddy, there's a lot of, he takes a lot of the limelight in this season, and it's really great to see because it's such a fascinating character and he plays it so well. And I play the Mayor of London who's sort of seeking re-election, and we sort of join him at the start of his campaign. And it's an absolute riot. I've loved doing it.
Yeah, something interesting you brought up just now was the parallels between what's going on in the United States and in the UK. So when you're watching this back, do you think to yourself, oh my God, what's the timing going on around here?
Well, I think, the writer, the author of the books, Mick Ferran, has sort of spoken about it at length. And he said, because actually the book that this series is based on came out in 2018. So actually it's not quite as, it feels very present at the moment, but I think because this is a real institution, MI5, MI6, because it's set in London, I think inevitably there will be things that feel like there are kind of closer parallels than they are. It's just maybe a sad reflection of where the world is at the moment, sort of politically, and these things, people have always been anti-immigration, people have always been right-wing, those things have existed for so long, sadly, and yet, this is sort of, we're just looking at this through the lens of Slow Horses right now.
And my final one for you, is there anything from the set you wanted to take home or did take home yet?
I don't think I took anything. No, I didn't take anything. I'm trying to think. Maybe did I take any of my kind of campaign materials? I might have stolen... Oh, I did. I stole a badge. A badge, which was like a Vote Mayor Jaffrey badge. Yeah, I've got that somewhere, yeah, in my office.
Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed New York Comic Con.
Cheers. Thanks very much for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to meet
Cheers.
you.
Thank you. Good to
You're
meet you too. Bye-bye.